Tell me, can one speak of spiritual awakening while still sitting in the pews of a church? Can one say, I seek God within me, and still turn the pages of the Bible as on the very first day? Some will say no. That awakening is rupture, a stepping out beyond walls, beyond dogma, beyond texts, as if light could only shine by burning everything around it. But is it really that simple? Perhaps awakening is not about abandoning the church, but about no longer depending on it. You can walk into a church, listen to a sermon, sing a psalm, without locking God inside that frame. For awakening has taught you one thing: God does not dwell in walls, nor in books, nor in the mouths of priests. He dwells in you. And so the church becomes a passage, not a prison. And the Bible, let's talk about it. If you read it as a law to be followed to the letter, then yes, it confines. But if you read it as a mirror, as symbolic language, it becomes a map. Not the territory, but a map. Adam and Eve are not just two characters, they are the birth of consciousness. Moses crossing the Red Sea is not only an escape from Egypt, it is your own passage out of your inner chains. The Christ who dies and rises again is not merely a story from 2,000 years ago. It is your soul dying to the ego and being reborn into light. So yes, you can be spiritual and still believe in the Bible, but not as one believes in a historical fact. You believe in it as one believes in a poem. You seek resonance, not proof. But don't forget, being spiritual is not repeating what you've been told. It is questioning everything. Everything. Even what you think is true. Even what you hold sacred. Because awakening is not about adding truths, but about removing veils. It is daring to ask, what if I'm wrong? What if what I learned was only a step, not the destination? And a true spirituality is not belief. It is experience. An experience of God within you, in your breath, in your silence, in the vastness of all that is. So yes, you may sit in church, but now you know that God is not on the altar, nor in the book, but in your very gaze. Yes, you may read the Bible, but now you know it does not speak of yesterday. It speaks of you, here and now. Yes, you may pray with others, but now you know that true prayer is the attention you give to each moment. In the end, the question is not whether a path is good or bad, spiritual or religious. The path is personal. There are those who must burn bridges with the past in order to move forward. And there are those who discover that the path is a spiral, and that by returning to the starting point with new eyes, they find the very light they sought elsewhere. To be spiritual is to recognize that the church, the Bible, the ritual, are not ends in themselves. They are tools. And the one who is truly awakened is the one who knows how to use them or leave them aside without judgment in order to walk his own path toward the infinite source beating within.
We hope you enjoyed this video. We have many more coming your way. Like, share and subscribe to our different pages so you don't miss a thing.